You're missing the crown on your head. I don't mean no disrespect, but why you worried about all these peasants? You are the king, my protector. I need you to rule.
Hey, shalom, shalom. We are back. All right, what's the next article?
This is timesofisrael.com. Fires rage near Jerusalem. Area towns prompting evacuations. Arsons feared.
Right. We just read that, but in Luke 21, right?
Right.
All right, all these commotions, all these strange things happening, and it's funny. It's funny that it's happening where in our land,
All right.
all right, because the original inhabitants are not there.
Right.
We brought this out before, but just showing you. Give me that 2 Kings 17. All right, just to show when the rightful inhabitants are not in the land, hey, there ain't gonna be no peace. There ain't gonna be no peace. Give me that 2 Kings chapter 17, and I want verse 24.
2 Kings chapter 17 and verse 24.
Come on.
And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Chitha, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel.
Right. So heathens was placed in the Holy Land instead of the Israelites. Read.
And dwelt in the cities thereof. And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which slew some of them.
Right. So what are we seeing? The Most High is plaguing the land again. What do we see? The earth opening up, swallowing the cars. You got the fires breaking out.
Right.
We're living in the last days. All right. Very soon the rightful inhabitants will be back in the land.
That's right.
All right, so let's move on. Dealing with today's topic, Sodom and Egypt.
All
right, read that.
This is edweek.org. What is critical race theory, and why is it under attack?
Let's find out.
Is critical race theory a way of understanding how American racism has shaped public policy, or a divisive discourse that pits people of color against white people? Liberals and conservatives are in sharp disagreement.
You know, this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Right.
We ain't pinning ourselves against nobody, bro.
Right.
They are the ones who pin themselves against us. Give me that Ezekiel 35 real quick, man. They're the ones who from day one had a problem with us.
Right.
Okay? You know what I want.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Do you see that thing? It ain't the so-called people of color against them. No, it's them against us. They had to beef with us first. Right. Read that. Read on the article.
The topic has exploded in the public arena this spring, especially in K through 12, where numerous state legislators are debating bills seeking to ban its use in the classroom. In truth, the divide are not nearly as neat as they may seem. The events of the last decade have increased public awareness about things like housing segregation, the impact of criminal justice policy in the 1990s, and the legacy of enslavement on Black Americans, but there is much less consensus on what the government's role should be in writing past these wrongs.
Oh, how about this? How about you give us everything you have?
That's
right. Yeah, man, they got to give all of it back.
Run it. Go ahead.
What's crazy, Cap, is they're trying to play victim for us, telling
Exactly.
what you did to us.
Exactly.
And the thing is, we were listening at Clubhouse last night. One lady just couldn't believe that white people are evil and all of them are bad because her son plays with a white kid.
Oh gosh.
Read to me Sirach chapter 12, verse 10.
Sister from Ghana, right?
Yeah, and it was just amazing how our people don't see that these people are quick to play victim, but they'll continue to put laws to oppress you, continue to put laws to kill your kids, push homosexuality on your kids, and stop your reproduction. Read that.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible don't say sometimes, he don't say occasionally. He says never trust thine enemies. And God makes it very clear who your enemy is because he told you what your enemy was going to do to you. Put you on slavery on slave ships. Read verse 16.
Verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
See, they get on these platforms, this news article, and makes it look like they're the ones being attacked. They make it look like they are the victim, read.
But in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
There you go.
He will weep with his eyes.
He don't weep with his eyes. That's when he's saying, is it going to make turning black people against us? No, you're just trying to play victim when you know everything you've ever done to us is to destroy us. Everybody you've dealt with, you've paid reparations except for us, so you have no mercy for us, read.
But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
The Bible tells you the heart of the man that Most High God made. He is evil.
Let me read some more now. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. Okay. Let's start at verse 17. To carry on that thought that officer just brung out regarding our enemy. Okay. Watch this.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 17. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
Right. You may think they're for you. All right. Just because they speak it nicely. No. They're always trying to set you up. All right, they're wiser than Daniel. That's what the scripture says. All right, so don't ever think that a innocent conversation is an innocent conversation. It's not. They're always trying to plot against you in the end. Read.
Verse 18. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
Yeah, because they understand that we are the sons of God, but they always want to put it to the test.
Right.
Are you really? Even though they already know the final outcome. Come on.
Let us examine him with despitefulness.
You see that? So because we're the sons of God, they hate that. It's a perpetual hatred that we read of in Ezekiel 35. It says, let us examine him with despitefulness. They despise the so-called blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
Read.
And torture.
And what?
And torture.
And why is this race theory even a discussion? That's what they did. They tortured us. They mutilated us. Where? In slavery.
That's right.
All right. And they set up what? Jim Crow. They set up all of these different laws that are against our people. All right, read on.
That we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
Come on.
Let us condemn him with a shameful death.
You see that with a shameful death. You know what? A condemn, even though Michael Jackson sold out what they did, they assassinated his character.
Right. They did.
You understand?
Right.
That's what they do. They assassinate your character. It's crazy as hell. Muhammad Ali. It's crazy. They hated Muhammad Ali, but out of nowhere, Muhammad lost his mind. He couldn't talk no more. Right. And then they started praising him. They started glorifying him. You understand? They hated Malcolm X. They hated Martin Luther King. You understand? When they died, it wasn't a good. No, at least I wasn't. They was not speaking good of those men. That didn't happen until years later. Okay, read this again.
Verse 20. Let us condemn him with a shameful death.
Read.
For by his own saying he shall be respected.
Read.
Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them.
Right. These are the things that they imagine about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So not for 1 second should you ever let your guard down around them, because they not for you.
Yeah. You know what, Cap? It's funny, when we go to war, when you have enemies on the battlefield that you're dealing with, let's just say they would have taken you captive. You think when you become a slave, they feed you and stuff like that, you're going to become friend to them? You're always going to think these are your enemies. If I get a chance to kill them, I will kill all of them. That's the mindset you will have as capturer who've been captive by whoever it is. Now here we are here in the land of our enemies, and now we're ready to fight for them. We're ready to kill for them. That lady that officer was talking about last night, she was willing to do whatever it takes. She said, I don't agree with the way you guys are talking so evil about it. That was a long time ago. Sis, this was less than 100 years ago.
Right.
Our people are lost, man. We need to stop worshiping the enemy.
Right.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC, has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us a spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.